All righty, everyone. We are joined here with manager Bud Black. We'll go ahead and lead off with Patrick Saunders. Go ahead, Patrick.
Hi, buddy. It's Patrick. Kyle today obviously was not sharp, not like we've seen him. So I guess a two-part question. What did you see from him? Second part of the question, was there any lingering effect from that hip impingement that maybe had him leaving the ball up in the zone so much?
Probably the second part of that is probably a better question for Kyle. Prior to this start, he threw a very solid bullpen. And then his pregame, according to Foster and Darrell, was Kyle-like. So, that's the information I have. I think your assessment of the ball up on the first two homers, correct. The 0-2 pitch to Ruff was, a slider that was up or a breaking ball that was up. And the 3-1 pitch to Posey was up out over the plate, and he drove it into the bullpen. Then from there, I thought he sort of reeled it in a little bit better, but the hits they got were pitches up. As we know, Kyle's strength is down, 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 and then elevate when need to, going in to both a lefty or a righty. But I think overall, most of his pitches were up. The two breaking balls to Estrada were down and in. And he, for me, pretty good pieces of hitting on those two pitches. I got to look at them on video, but, from my dugout view, those look to be down, but, maybe they just didn't get down enough or in enough because, he dropped the head on those. But I think, the overall thought on Kyle today was a little bit up in the zone, not enough good pitches down, and the Giants took advantage.
And on the flip side of that, buddy, I know you admire good pitching. What did you see from Gausman on the other side?
Yeah, a lot of what we saw yesterday from Morton, right? A right-handed pitcher with good velocity and movement to the fastball. Gausman is more of a split secondary with slider, some frequency to the slider, but a lot of fastballs in and around the zone, both sides of the plate. Same with Morton yesterday. We couldn't solve Morton, and we couldn't solve Gausman. Mac got a fastball, good piece of hitting, took it the other way. Mac's capable of that. Hampy got a first pitch fastball, clobbered that one. We had some good swings on the fastball, but we just didn't barrel enough of them up, whether that was because they had a little bit extra velocity, whether a little extra movement. We were going to be on the fastball. That was the emphasis today, but he made pitches with the fastball and enough secondaries just to keep us off balance enough. But he pitched good. He did. He pitched well.
Hey, buddy, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, gotcha.
All right. So again, a lot was made in this game about the two Colorado pitchers, Gausman and Freeland, facing off. But Lucas Gilbert also came in this game, did a nice job in one inning. He's been pretty fantastic since the month of July. What have you seen out of him here in his first season in the majors with you guys?
Lucas, I think, there's a comfort factor and now a confidence factor sort of bleeding into his game. You got to remember, Patrick, 2 years ago, he was in Class A as a starting pitcher in Asheville or Lancaster. 2020 was a lost year for so many players. Lucas, one of those, fell into that category. Went to the instructional league. There was enough positive momentum for him, moving forward. The shift to the bullpen, I think, was a good move by our player development staff. He's got talent. He's got a good arm. He's got a major league quality fastball. He's got a major league quality breaking ball. He just needs repetitions, and I think we've seen him come on through, the first 4 months of understanding what it takes to be a big leaguer, and he continues to grow, which is great. I think more specifically, I think the ball strike ratio much better. He's getting the ball in the strike zone. He's got a good enough fastball in the strike zone to beat bats. The slider has become more consistent as far as for a strike and the quality of the break. I think we saw that with LaStella, his at bat, and Duggar, a couple quality breaking balls for called strikes. Then he got a ball by LaStella, a low fastball, 94 down at the knees, which was a really good pitch. So again, I think it's a fellow that sees the opportunity in spring training. We saw enough to think that it could happen out of Class A. Doesn't happen often, but we believed in the guy, first of all, the player, and we believed in the arm. So good for him. I'm proud of him. There's still some room to grow there and improve, but right now he's definitely holding his own, and being an integral part of our pen.
Dwayne DePron to finish us up. Go ahead, Dwayne.
Hey, buddy. You talked about Lucas Gilbert earlier. Robert Stephenson had another clean inning for you today in relief. What have you seen from Robert here recently?
Yeah, you're right. I think with Robert, again, consistently in the strike zone with both his pitches, the fastball and the breaking ball. Beating bats with the fastball and keeping them off bat with the breaker. Again, efficient early in the count. I think that's critical for all pitchers. And I think Robert's done that within the last month. So attacking the zone early, getting it in the zone. It's one thing to have the mindset to attack the zone. It's another thing to get it in there. So good stuff from Robert, anywhere from 95 to 98 on the fastball with some life and a devastating breaking ball. So, but the thing that I'm seeing is strikes.